Welcome back, students, in science again. We still in Unit 1, Lesson 3, Obtaining Energy and Removing Waste. In this period, we are going to identify the rest of the parts of the digestive system, the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, and we are going to explore the function of each part mentioned above in the digestive process. First of all, when the food inside the esophagus leaves the esophagus, where it will enter? What is this? What do we call this organ? Actually, this organ is called the stomach. The stomach is a large, as you see, it's a large organ and it's a hollow organ. What does this mean? This means it has an empty space inside. Hollow means it's an organ that has an empty space inside. Now please, all of you, go to page 107 and write the date at the top of this page. As you see here, this is your stomach. Actually, your stomach has lots of functions in the digestive process. For example, here, one function of the stomach is temporarily store food. Okay, another function of the stomach is to aid in chemical digestion. How? How it's going to aid in chemical digestion? We are going to learn. The stomach contains an acidic fluid like vinegar, like the lemon. It's acidic taste. Okay, this acidic fluid called gastric juice. This juice is going to break down food. After that, when the food will leave the stomach, it will go to another part called the small intestine. The small intestine. If you want to see again this part, it is here. This is the stomach. It is connected. See the small intestine. It is connected to the stomach. Okay? There are actually lots of functions this small intestine can do for digesting our food. For example, here we can read most chemical digestion occurs in the small intestine. This is number 1. Nutrients absorption occurs in this part also. Now you will ask, how small intestine can absorb the nutrients in the food? Actually, we will go back to the small intestine, the picture of small intestine. As you see, the small intestine is like a tube, a muscle tube. Inside this muscle tube, it's covered with some structures like fingers, exactly like fingers. Inside these features, it has, I will show you pictures. See, it is finger-like projections or features called villi. Okay, called villi. I will show you the villi now. These are the villi. Okay, these are the villi. Inside these villi, each one of them has a blood vessel. These blood vessels are going to absorb nutrients from the food. So now we have learned how the small intestine is going to absorb the nutrients. Most of the water, students, most of the water that you drink and the water from the liquids like juice, soup, or whatever you eat during the day is going to be absorbed in the small intestine also. After small intestine, after the food will leave small intestine, it's going to go to the large intestine. It's also a muscular tube. It's also a muscular tube called large intestine. We are going to see what is the function of the large intestine. First of all, I want from all of you to highlight large intestine. See here, most of the water in the digested foods and liquids is absorbed in the small intestine. We have learned this. Actually, more water is going to be absorbed in the large intestine. After that, the waste or the remains of the digested food is going to stay in the large intestine. After that, it's going to be eliminated from the body. Eliminated from your body after that. Now look at this question. Imagine you have eaten a piece of bread. While you are eating this piece, what is the interaction between the digestive system and other systems? How do they interact with each other while digesting this food? As you remember, earlier in this period, we talked about the contractions of the muscles. So, this is muscular system. And we talked about absorption of nutrients by blood vessels. So, this is circulatory system. We are going to answer now. So, this is the answer. Please copy this answer in your book, page 107. See you next period.